always checked them and made sure nothing was broken or too far bad in my eyes. I mean, because at the same time, you gotta understand this. I done had social services at my house maybe 40, 50 times.
This is 30-year-old Al Mutahan McClain, who on December 13th, 2019, called 911 claiming that his 10-year-old son, Dakota Collins, wasn't breathing. Despite receiving instructions from the operator on how to perform CPR, McClain wasn't able to get Dakota breathing again. Paramedics then arrived and transported Dakota to a local hospital where he was later pronounced dead. But that's not all. Initial examination showed that Dakota had several scars on him, indicative of abuse. Seeing this, McClain was arrested and brought in for questioning. What follows will make this one of the most horrifying and disgusting cases of evil parenting I've ever seen.
Well, this is what happened. I ain't slept in about 3 days, right? The kid keep falling down the stairs, keep knocking his head around. It looked like something was wrong with his stomach last night that I noticed. And I gave him some water to throw up. You know what I mean? I had him drink like several cups of water because it looked very odd normal. So I just wanted to make sure that he was okay. So he drank the water, and that was it. And I guess he goes back upstairs and acting out some more. I mean, jumping off the banister, everywhere, and everywhere, the usual. Might I add, I've been dealing with this for probably since he was 2 years old, he's been doing this.
The detective starts by asking McClain what happened that day, and without a moment to waste, McClain starts describing Dakota's unusual behaviors, which might explain the scars. McClain then describes the horrifying details leading up to the death of his son.
So I'm very tired, I ain't slept in 3 days, so I'm just sitting there, and here he come rolling down the stairs again, ba-doom, ba-doom. So I tell him go back upstairs. A little while later, I go up there. So I asked him, what is he doing? And he's just steady, you know what I mean? Just steady doing what he do. This ain't the first time he tried something like that. So I sit on the ground and I asked him to pull it out. You know what I mean? Now I'm freaking out. I'm like, hurry up, you need to get downstairs so I can get you in the shower. You know what I mean? And see what's going on. So at the time, I didn't think nothing of it. I just see that he bruised up as usual. Seeing he always, he never stopped. They didn't find any way, any type of way, anything to use just to put a bruise on his body. So as a parent, I just put him in the shower. I put him in the bathtub to try to get some swelling to go down or whatever the situation may have been, clean him up, make sure he was good. So I'm sitting on the couch. He's like, Dad, come here. He's like, Dad, help. So I come up the stairs to help him. And that's when I noticed his body was cold, very, very, very cold. So I took him downstairs and tried to rinse him off, to see if he'd shake out of it, wake up. I had no clue of knowing that he was sick to that extent, or that this is gonna go anywhere near this far. I just figured he was doing his normal acting out. He was kind of tweaking a little bit, you know what I mean? But as far as just like this. This is my way of describing it, just like this. But this is something that he done pulled for many years. All the time, damn near every day. Anytime he don't want to have his way, this is what he's pulling. Can't get him to eat his breakfast. He don't want to eat his breakfast. I'm like, all right, at this point, there's nothing I can do but let him sit there and lay down. Okay? So, like I said, he said, Dad, help. And I came up the stairs. That's why I'm shocked. Right now, I'm not even crying or nothing. I'm just like in shock. Like, my child really did have, you hear me? Is what I don't understand. Now, I know them girls didn't do nothing to him and kill him. I just don't understand it. I'm very serious. That's where I'm at. It was shocking.
But if you somehow think that McClain is actually a good parent and all of this was an accident, what you are about to see will prove that to not be the case at all.
First of all, he had marks all over his body.
It's every day. Now, sometime I had to spank his behind just to prevent him from hurting himself. This boy jumped out the window before. Just straight out the window. There is no stopping him. I'm afraid. I've been telling people I was afraid, but at the same time, it was nothing I can do. And I mean, I can understand the fact that he had marks all over his body. You'd be surprised just to sit there and watch him do it. Or just to see there and you could just be like, stop, or no, or don't, and he's gonna whack, he's gonna bam, he's gonna jump, he's gonna flip, he's gonna kick. We had stairs, he was letting out. He would kick him like that, you know what I mean? And kick him all kind of ways in the corner.
So he lived upstairs?
At times, yeah.
What do you mean at times?
Well, at first he was living downstairs, but the smell got too strong. Not only that, my little brother, I just got custody of him probably like 2 years ago. I've been taking care of my little brother. Okay, so he been living with us. Do y'all have my little brother? Okay, good. I'll just make sure you're all right. Okay, so, yeah, my little brother started living with us, right? And the Bob want to get aggressive with him and, you know what I mean, try to take his clothes off in front of him and stuff like that. So, I mean, I had to protect him. I had to just send Dakota upstairs. I mean, the living environment, it was fine. It wasn't, it was perfect, actually. When he went up there, it didn't stink. He had a bed, he had clothes, he had everything he wanted. But this is the point that I'm trying to make as a parent. That's how far this shit goes. Like, I can't get a boy a blanket. Because if I give him a blanket, now he has marks all over his body from him pissing on himself and wrapping around his own blanket. You know what I mean? If he did that continuously, there'd be rashes and, you know, that's unsanitary. Flat out. And there ain't no way to keep a child like that clean that just gonna do what they want to do no matter what, regardless. I mean, I done had social services out there. I called the police. The police told me he was being unruly and that when he got a little older, they'll be able to, you know, put him in some type of juvenile center. And I mean, this is the day after he jumped out the window. I mean, I'm traumatized every day. It's a new show. My child almost lost his foot. Here I am laying in the bed thinking he's asleep. You know what I mean? I'm laying in the bed thinking he's asleep. And I hear bam, bam, bam at the door. If you're upstairs, what are you doing outside? So not only did he jump through a window, but the window he jumped through is probably a little bigger than a square. A big fella like that, straight through it. I mean, he's impressive. So, like I said, he did that, and it just went on and on and on and on. Like I said, anytime that I put my hands on him, it was to keep him from hurting himself. And I mean, far as I wouldn't beat him with anything, I would just grab him and like, hey, enough's enough, like arms behind your back, like the police do, you know what I mean? It was never punch you in the eye or slam you or, you know what I mean? Never tried to do nothing out the way to him just to keep him from hurting himself. That was my biggest fear, and he just continued to hurt himself every day. He would have turned 11 3 days from now. And like I said, ma'am, I am shocked right now at this point that he died. Never seen it coming.
At this point, McClain had contradicted himself as he had just spent several minutes explaining how Dakota's odd behavior could have led to his death, only to then say he would have never seen his death coming. This means McClain is either lying about Dakota's behavior or he's oblivious to the point of criminal negligence resulting in Dakota's death. McClain then makes a weird statement, unprompted, which only raises the detective's suspicions.
I ain't never harass my child or do nothing like that. That's homophobic. And I mean, that's homo, and I ain't far from gay, you know what I mean?
Implying that he couldn't have sexually abused his child, not because he was his father, but because they're both male and McClain is far from gay, only goes to show the kind of parent and person McClain really is. The detective, after listening to McClain go on about Dakota's unusual behavior for minutes, then asks him if Dakota had ever been taken to the doctor.
Did you ever take him to the doctor?
Yeah, he's been to the doctor.
He has?
Yep.
What's the doctor?
It's been so long, I don't even know. I just know it was probably like when my health insurance ran